this is what we're going to do now. I'm going to just show you how to make an easel card. Now, I'd love to know, did many of you get the beautiful nested shape dies? Now, we had them on in the UK. They were on just yesterday on TV. Those of you watching over in the US are going to know that these were on HSN in January. Now, they are perfect for doing little easel cards like this. And let me show you just exactly how it is I've done the easel card, okay? Because what I've done is I've used the we've got torn edge. So I've used the torn edge, and if you look at the card I've done, and I've already got the base card ready, right? What you do is you want to do a folded card. So you're going to get one piece of card, fold it in the center, and because you're cutting it with the Gemini, you're going to be able to cut through 2 layers at once. And all you do, can you see when you look up really close? Yeah, you can see on that one there, I've put that over the fold line. Because then what you do is you have a separate piece. So can you see that? That one's then folded in half. And then you have a separate piece that you stick on the front, and that's what forms the stand-up. So that is how we do an easel card. And those hexagon dies are just perfect to be doing easel cards with. Now what I've done is, I've done the base easel card, and then if I get a little bit of my coral glue, I've then used just a piece of the, I love these papers. And again, I've done the same as I did last time. So I've taken the purple and then just inked around the outside. Now I know I'm not getting a chance to show you all of this. And some of you will be thinking, I'm dying to know how you did all of that. The thing is, I wanted to get through as many demonstrations as I could using, oh Craigie, let's have a look. We're going to have to line this up perfectly. Is that bit down there? Oh, give me a second till I get this right bit. I can't talk and think. There it is. So yes, obviously the priority today was to teach you all about the foil press. So most of my demonstrations and everything are all focused on showing you, let's have a look, I'm just going to lift that up and just trim along the top, are all about showing you how to use the foil press machine. So I'm not focused on things like the inking, right? However, we can absolutely do more lives. If more of you want to know things like how to create base easel cards, stuff like that, we can absolutely be doing all of that. Also, I know a lot of you watched, did you watch Craig's Facebook Live the other night? Craig actually lives about 5 hours away from the office. So he was up in Bonnie, Scotland, which is why he's got that lovely little twang to his accent, bless him. And you thought my accent was special, you see. He's even broader than I am, is Craig. So, yes, Craig's up in Scotland. So from home, because obviously he's not down at the office all the time. So when he's down at the office, you'll see him here. But when he's up at home, he's agreed to do loads more Facebook Lives with whatever other questions you guys have got, right? So I'm going to put that to one side because that is now our base card, kind of like ready, prepared, ready to do the decoration on, okay? So what I'm going to do, put the foil press back in to start it warming up. Now, first of all, let me just show you, these are the dies in this set. And remember, each set, 3 different sets, in each one, you get a set of the alphabets, and it's a different alphabet, and then 2 of the frames. So in this one, it's that really, it's the kind of classic alphabet, just your regular, like a standard typeface on there, right? And the 2 that you get that beautiful confetti die, which I just know, there's been a lot of love for the confetti die. And then also we've got the classic plaque in there as well. And it goes this way, so it's got that little space just so that you can line up all of your letters. So you get those 2 there, come with the classic alphabet. I will just remind you, so the other ones that we saw, let me just get all my bits put back together so we don't lose them. So we've got J-O-Y, because I did joy, didn't I? And you'll see all of these, what we do is, you see, we put tape on them so it holds them. So this is the modern script alphabet. And the modern script alphabet is going to be coming in with those 2 that you just saw me use in the last project. So it's coming in with the laurel wreath and also the geometric frame. So you can see those 2 there both come with that beautiful modern alphabet. So you've got all 3 of them there kind of working together. Then the 3rd set, which is the only one I'm not going to get a chance to demonstrate for you, because I do want to cut onto my beautiful ornate edgeable dies next, where you're getting that real traditional script alphabet. So it's very much more scripty than the other ones. You've got one that's very modern, one that's very scripty, and one that's halfway in between. And that one is coming with that beautiful grande, which you saw in a lot of the finished samples, and then also with that elegant frame as well. So it's brilliant to mix and match kind of all of those in there. So if I put them to one side, we can get our foil and everything ready to go. So what I've done is It's actually easier to do it the other way. It's actually easier to do all of your foiling and then die cut on top of the foiled pieces. However, just for the purposes of being able to do kind of a more succinct demonstration and focus on the foiling, I've got my foiling pieces ready. So I'm going to foil onto, this is exactly the same shape, but can you see it's a lot smaller. So it's exactly the same shape as my base piece, and we're going to foil onto that, but it is a lot smaller. So what I've done is I'm going to get that, is this my set of dies over here? No, it was this one, these ones right over here, right? So we've got our confetti explosion, right? And I'm going to get my confetti explosion, which is well and truly stuck here, and we're going to do one with the ampersand in the middle. So you want your ampersand going right in the centre, and we're going to have N and J, right? There's just some random initials. So N and J, and you'll see how they kind of fit into place. There is that little bit of a gap. I'll move them out when we're on the close-up camera so you can see. Can you see there's just that little bit of a place left in for them? And then when you just drop them into place, they all sit in there beautifully, right? So when we've got them all lined up nicely, what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to pop it on the base of our foil press. And I'm going to pop that on to warm up for 10 seconds. And then I just use, I've got my hexagonal piece of cardstock again. Always go face down, right? So I've got that ready, lined up on there. We're going to try and pop that over the centre. Now, can you see we're going to get a little bit of overfoiling? So when we get a little bit of overfoiling, what I want to do is just protect my base plate. I'll have to do it with a piece of fancy card because I haven't got any regular card. We'll just do it onto the back of there. And it's just so that I don't get extra foiling where I don't want it on my top plate. Now notice what I'm being really careful to do, which is really important with the foil press. I am not leaving it longer than the 10 seconds. So no faffing about. If it says 10 seconds, get everything ready to go. Don't put your die on the hot foil plate until you know that whatever else it is you need to do, you can get done in 10 seconds. Because the biggest mistake that people make is overfoiling, right? So people are thinking, all right, I'll just warm it up a little bit longer. You don't want to warm it up any longer at all, right? Now, can you see this? I peel this. You can see that beautiful reveal. So we've got the N and the J. I'm kicking myself here. Do you know what I did? I caught it on the sellotape. Caught it on the sellotape before I put it on. And that's why I shouldn't really have used that bit. I should have used another bit. But you can see how where we foiled it, we've foiled it absolutely perfectly. And in true Sarah style, you will be pleased to know that just in case I did a bit of a boo-boo, we've always got one ready to go, right? You'll learn with me. There is always a one waiting in the wings ready to go because this is live TV. Look at that, I've got all of those released ready, right? And then I'm going to use my top plate. So we're just going to bring that in, pick it up, and that is ready to take over to my other piece of the my mat over here. I'm just going to pop it over there and leave it on there to cool down. So it's just on my mat over here, right? So while those are cooling, and I've switched out for my perfect one, should we pop it straight back in and get the other piece ready? So this is if you want to do it in 2 pieces, right? Have a look, I'm going to try and bring the... bring my foil press into the shot here. Don't know how long my lead is. We're going to push it, right? I'm going to get it in the side. Right. So, if you want to do a longer letter than just those 4 pieces, right? So, can you see what I was wanting to do for the card was love. So, love is not going to fit in my... Do you know, I've got so much stuff. Here it is. We're not going to get all the letters for love in at once. We'll only get L-O-V. So what you can do, if you want to do that, is just pre-foil the outside piece. So I foil just the outside piece, and then I can take the letters for love. So L-O-V-E. Right? Let's hope I can get these lined up in exactly the right place. Just realised I've got no foil, but we'll improvise and get it ready, right? So line them up here. So L, O, V and E, and I'm trying not to leave them on too long. I'm trying to work as quickly as I possibly can and make sure you get everything lined up perfectly. So, you can use, I was going to use my pokey tube, I'm going to use my tweezers just to get them all lined up nicely, right? So once we're lined up and good to go, I've probably left them long enough already, just getting them faffed on, right? I'm going to use this excess little piece that we've got here because it's more than enough there. Yep, so I'm going to just pop that on there, and we're going to go face down, and we're going to try and get that exactly in the centre, but please do, I'm going to cut this a little bit smaller so it's easier. Please do bear with me because we are live here, folks, and when you're doing this at home, you're not going to put yourself under as much pressure. So I'm going to get that lined up, try and get it just in the centre. You can tell I'm concentrating because I've gone quiet, right? Once we're on there, I'm going to try not to knock it, and we'll send that through. If in doubt, you can always go do the letters first and then the frame separate. But the point I was trying to make is do the frame and the letters separate if you want to go with a longer word. Just take a little bit of practice, this one, but I don't doubt you'll get it lovely. Right, so, ready? I'm going to use my tweezers. I'm going to pick all these up. So I'm going to do 3 at a time, obviously, it's what it was designed to do. I'll pop that foil press out of the way. And then again, when we get this, I'm going to give you this on the nice close-up, and I do that reveal. You can see now you've got those beautiful letters. Now, I tell you what, if you were live sitting in front of me now, I would be expecting a round of applause for getting that so perfect. So I'm just going to assume that you're all looking at the screen and applauding very loudly for doing that live on air and getting it that ready. Yes, me little fairy's coming to applaud us now. Thank you, little fairy. Right, here we go. So I've got my base. I'm just going to do a little bit of layering up onto the base. So again, if you did get those nesting dies, the nesting dies you will find have all been designed to work beautifully well. So I've used the stitch edge in conjunction with the torn edge. So that's going to go on the front. And do you know what? I've got that lovely little piece just to finish that off there. See if I can get a tiny little bit of tape on. Yes, I can, of course I can. So that's just going to go and accentuate the corner. And then my base piece on here, again, I've got a little bit of the silver, and I'm going to pop the blue onto the silver. If you ever find that with your tape pen, you just need to roll it on a little bit. So we're going to get the blue onto the silver, get that lined up perfectly, and then I always like to have it shaped. So if you're using this as a stopper on an easel, what you really want is you want that shaping. And then let's see if I've got enough 3D glue gel left. Yeah, to squidge out a couple of little pieces. So that's going to go beautifully on the bottom here. So that becomes my stopper. The stopper is going to go onto the base piece. And I do like, notice I'm switching between all my glues. People always say to me, how do you know which glue to use when, Sarah? Because I need a bit of manoeuvrability with this one, I'm using that Collall all-purpose because it's got that manoeuvrability time. So I'm going to do that there, and then I'm going to do the same, have the little bit of time to manoeuvre on the front. So there's our beautiful personalised card. A little bit, and that of course is going to have that stopper. I'm not going to stop it now because if I do, obviously the glue gel hasn't dried, but that stopper is just ready and it's just going to hold it there once it's dry. It takes about 15 minutes to be touched.